Our partners and the journalists that are here in the house, just wave to the people that if you're here, and appreciate the continuous coverage that you've been giving us for the last 3 sessions. This is our 4th episode, and our 5th episode is next week, where we'll be discussing business formalization, and it's our last eBombaya Business Summit this year. We want to thank all of you that have worked with us on this journey, and we pray that we continue to engage as we position Uganda Revenue Authority as a business enabler. And tonight and today morning, Solomon and the team here are going to dissect a very interesting topic that you've been asking us to discuss, which is the alternative dispute resolution. And if Baba and BBS, you're ready, you let me know. However, I would like to appreciate and recognize the presence of Uganda Law Society. There are members here from Uganda Law Society that are in the house. Institute of Certified Public Accountants. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Uganda Manufacturers Association. Siatini. Is Siatini here? Kampala Development Forum. You man, you just gave me a list. I don't see people you're giving. CS Bank. I think you just gave me a list, just for the sake. But for me, I don't see people. University Tax Societies. Yeah. You come in the front. Okay. So, are we ready? As I talk back, we're going live, ladies and gentlemen, in the next few seconds. One. At the count of 5, Solomon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Solomon.
All right, a very good morning. We're coming to you live from the URA headquarters here in Kampala. Thank you so much for joining us. For our online audience, thank you for getting off this time to watch this conversation. We are super excited to be having your company for the next 2 hours. My name is Solomon Serwanja, and we are going to be speaking about an issue that has been like literally concerning to most of the taxpayers, and that is the disputes that are going on between the taxpayers and URA. A special thank you to all our television stations that are streaming. I want to say a special thank you to Smart 24. Thank you for streaming this live and for putting this on air. A special thank you to Baba TV. Thank you very much, Baba TV. Abasoga muliyo mwekaza ino emirimu tusangaire ino okubabonaku n'okutubona. BBS Telefina, thank you very much for covering us. Tweyanza nnyo tweyanzege era tusiima bwongerwa byonna bye mutukolera. Also want to say a special thank you to NBS Television for the coverage that they are also giving us. And television partnership is very important in the work that the URA is doing. So again, thank you for joining us and for watching. And I would love to introduce the eBomba, the Business Summit, which happens literally every Friday. And Friday it's going to be the closing day. So be sure next Friday to tune in. And we're discussing basically taxes and improving our relationship between the taxman and the taxpayer. Today, I have the privilege of speaking about alternative tax. It's the alternative dispute resolution mechanisms for URA. All right, so let me introduce my panelists this morning again. We are so privileged to be having Moses Kagwa, who is the Acting Director, Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. Mr. Moses Kagwa, thank you very much for accepting to be with us this morning.
Thank you, and good morning, viewers.
Moses, it's always good to be around you on the panel, and I can't wait to hear from you. So we also have the privilege of having Joseph Okuja, who is the Director, Tax and Regulatory Services, Libra Associates. Thank you very much, OJ, as we all call him, for being part of the conversation today.
Thank you so much, Solomon. Good morning, viewers. I'm glad to be here.
Great to have you. We also are happy to be having Mr. Godfrey Akena, who is a member of the Tax Agency Registration Committee. Thank you very much. He's also a senior partner at Abmac Advocates. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Godfrey.
Thank you, Solomon, and good morning, viewers.
Great. It's good to have you. And of course, a common face that we have seen on our televisions literally all the time. Such a very gracious lady, Fiona Nabasa War, President of the Uganda Law Society. It's good to have you, Fiona.
Good to have you, Solomon.
Great. And the center of attention for this discussion will be centered around Patience Tumusime Rubagumya, who is the Commissioner, Legal Services and Border Affairs at the Uganda Revenue Authority. Patience, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you so much, Solomon. Good morning, viewers, and we are all excited and we look forward to a fruitful discussion.
Great, thank you. So, I grew up knowing, and I think this issue has come up for many of us who have been, who have grown up. I'm an 86 baby. So my parents would tell me, those days when URA would come, people would be running all over the village because maybe they have not paid their taxes or maybe they have not met their tax obligations. So the taxman has largely been seen as the oppressor, right? And yet, they actually are the ones that are supposed to collect the revenue that helps us to build our roads and to put up good health facilities. And they actually had a campaign, Your Tax Works. And to some extent, I agree that it does work indeed. But along the way, many taxpayers have actually gotten challenges, some of whom have said irreconcilable challenges. And so what that means is that many of them have gone to court to actually challenge URA on several issues. And because of this back and forth, URA has been losing out on a lot of domestic revenue because it's locked up in the different taxes. Now, what that means is that, first of all, tax resolution takes quite a while, so you'll be in court for over a year plus. But also, what happens if URA wins the case and they slap a ban on you, they slap 1 billion shillings to pay in legal taxes? What will happen to that business? It will certainly close. But also, what happens if you win URA and they're supposed to pay you 2 billion? URA again will also be losing a lot of revenue. So what are those different ways that we can sort our issues? Let's talk about these things. Let's talk about these whatabouts. And that's the conversation today. If you want to be part of the panel, if you want to be part of the discussion that the panel will be having today, just go on our social media. You can go to URA, leave a tweet. You can tag me in. I'll be able to get your views and we will sample them later on in this broadcast. First things first, let me speak to Godfrey Akena. Godfrey, you represent so many clients who have literally come to you crying. Some of them have wanted actually to close their businesses. Some of them have been, in this uncomfortable position with URA. Let's start with the challenges. What are those core disputes? Before we get to the dispute resolution mechanisms, but what are those core common disputes that your clients have reported to you? Let's start there.